all the years I've done this, I would get done with a lecture or workshop and somebody say, can I have your pictures, can I have your slides, can I have your notes? And we'd realize that the answer was always no, because it's not important to give you the notes. You don't have any idea of how to interpret that. So about 6 years ago, we created an app called Construction Instruction. And what we decided is that let's find a place where we can upload that information, where people can at a moment's notice scroll through things. So what we did is we created an app called Construction Instruction. It's a free app. It's available on Android and iOS platforms. But more importantly, we looked at ways of bringing that information to somebody in a fairly quick format. But the challenge we also found is that buying a product and trying to read the installation guides isn't going to happen. And because we look at a lot of the trade base that's installing products, there's language barriers in many applications in terms of how people understand and communicate with each other. A job supervisor might not speak the same language as a trade contractor, and the idea is that they're only going to bring in their knowledge base, and they're going to look at each other and kind of point and not do it effectively. One of the things that we did is we worked with the technology of animations, and so now we're taking three-dimensional animations that show how an entire wall system goes together. So we can take a 2x or 2x6 wall, and the whole wall moves around as you watch the products go together. In the days of architecture, we used to see a two-dimensional drawing that I'm hoping a trade base could take a two-dimensional drawing and somehow turn that into a three-dimensional product. We also saw architects that started drawing three-dimensional assemblies, but they were incredibly expensive, and you had to draw a new one every time. What we've done with animations is to find a way that I can look at an animation. It's completely free from text and verbiage, and the only thing that I can do is send it to somebody on a job site. So if I'm saying, I want you to install Windows my way, and I'm going to text it to you in the app, you can text the drawing, the animation, or any information immediately to the person you're trying to get. So all you need is their phone number, and they have on their phone now the detail that you want them to follow. I think communication and information is going to be essential if we want to repeat high quality. And unfortunately, one of the greatest challenges our industry is facing right now is a labor shortage and a labor training curriculum that doesn't exist. So people come out to a job site and actually don't know how to do things, and all they can do is do the same thing they did yesterday. And if no one teaches them, all they can do is repeat what they know. And the way we have to engage back in our industry is to start teaching people the right way to do things. Show people, take the time to stop and explain to them why you're doing what you're doing, why you learned it. I think many of us in the business learned our craft from somebody who knew how to explain it to us before. We have to continue that process and not assume that people through some level of osmosis just create an idea and learn how to put it together. So whatever format you use, electronically or something else, we decided that an app was one of the best techniques of the day anyway. And so I think we're seeing great adoption. We've seen about 140,000 people have downloaded the app to take a look at it and see things that apply to them. And once we see what they're doing, we can add more features like that so that they spend more time there. So it's easy to find and it's free.